of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
Now, here's Trent. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, we've got two of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Give it up for your forward crew, Bucks fans.
Irving with it. Pass to Davis. Back to Irving. Now, here's Washington. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And finished off by Davis.
Tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team quality shots.
Now here's Lillard. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Giannis outside. For the three. And Prince is good for three.
Prince gets the ball and knows he's ready to let it fly. This guy plays with great confidence.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Christie. The three. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
3 points.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26. Always among the lead leaders in throwdowns. AD's tough around that rack.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk to Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, Coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David. And it's Davis missing.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Stolen by Lively. Fast break, Dallas. Right side, Irving. In the corner, Lively with it. Drives to the hoop. Rebounded by the Bucks. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. To the left wing. Lopez from long range. Christie with the rebound. And so it's Dallas with it. On the wing, Irving. Over in the corner, Washington. Pass to Christie. 6 to shoot. Irving from long range. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. High post Lopez. That's a 2 from Lillard. They get it back. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
Now, here is Irving. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Left side, Davis. Whistle blows. That's going to be a timeout. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And into the floor, it's your Fox Coach. What a video, fans. Get loud, fans. One more time, fans. Let's make some noise for your Fox Coach.
Milwaukee in the lead. Lillard outside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And now, here comes...
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah! You know, one of the things you love about Giannis, guys, is his all-around game. I mean, showing it all off there.
Here's Christie. Pass to Davis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Davis has got 6.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
No good from Irving.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Trent outside. To the middle. It's Trent on the wing. Basket counts.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Irving. Davis gets a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good.
3.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their 2nd NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And Milwaukee has possession after the Mavericks pick up 3. Lillard and Davis pulls it down. Now Irving. Davis sets a screen. From the high post. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The drive by Giannis. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
Irving so good and crafty at being able to get things done with a high percentage shot inside.
Pass to Trent. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Here are the Mavericks now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Christie can't make it. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries again. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Top of the key. The shot's good from Irving.
Timeout, timeout.
Irving's got 6.
We've seen Kyrie do this so many times, precise in the 2-man game. Lethal, too.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
No thanks. Let's see those dance moves. Everybody get down. Let's hear for all the dancers. Substitution on the court.
And it's Porter with the ball for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. Kuzma outside. Trying to get something going. No good on that one. Here's Christie. Right side Irving. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Flashing those crazy handles. I mean, major rush hour handles. So fun watching Irving handle the ball the way he does.
The kick out to Porter. From deep. The offensive rebound. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul.
Third team foul. Checking in for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford. Klay Thompson.
On the wing, Irving. He's got 8. Gafford, high post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Irving. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Mavericks making a change here.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 13.
The Bucks trail.
Najee Marshall.
Here's Giannis. And he makes good on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Anthony Davis. On the wing, Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Irving surveying the floor. Up top, Gafford. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Irving. Pass to Marshall. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3 ball. And it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Porter. Here's Kuzma. Misses off the right iron. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Porter with it. He's picked up by Irving. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So Porter will go to the free throw line.
Anthony Davis.
That one on Davis.
First personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one misses. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And on the way from Irving for 3. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Mavericks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Dallas.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Hey, when you defend Irving, you've got to be all in. I mean, his finishing ability is extraordinary.
Down low. It's stolen by Davis. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's good. 2 points. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Irving. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Right there, Irving does a nice job of anticipating the contact, so he braces himself for it and then works through it.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
Now Irving following the three-point attempt by Giannis. Thompson from long range. Dallas again missing. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Giannis. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard it.
From downtown, Kuzma pulls it in. Giannis outside. And Lopez has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. And now it's just a 4-point Maverick lead.
Boy, the big fella Lopez shoots that thing with great freedom from behind the arc. One of the best big men shooters in the league.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And Jason Kidd has called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And so here is Dallas. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. All sorts of time. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Christie's got 5 points so far. Here is Lillard. He's got 6. Trent with it. Lopez outside. Lock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outside, Davis. Pass to Hardy. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here is Marshall. Lopez with the block.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
Clock at 2. Here's Davis. A shot missing. Good D by Giannis. Lillard outside. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Marshall. To the paint. Here's Hardy. And a missed layup. On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Onto the Kumbo. No good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
Here's Christie. He's got 5. It's up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 8.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Now Lillard. Pass to Trent. Kicks it out to Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Pass to Gafford. Back to Davis. Here's Christie. 8 points for him. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Bucks ball. Now into the lineup for your Bucks. Number 12.
Bucks trail by 3. Three-pointer, Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Now, here's Hardy. No scoring in this one. Lopez with the block. Giannis with it. Picked up by Davis. Lillard misses. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Marshall. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before.
Good work defensively by Trent. Here's Giannis. And the rejection by Gafford. To the left side wing. Lopez a screen. Pass to Prince. Back to Lillard. A second chance effort. And it's Lillard again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And Gafford throws it down.
Boy, really excellent passer for his position. Davis more than capable of dropping down.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Mavericks making a change here. And the Bucks with possession here. Here is Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Misses and the dry spell continues.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
When you look at these role players the Mavs have part, they've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the 3. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
Lillard misses.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And so it's Dallas with it. After after the missed three from Damian Lillard. Here's Christie. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Here's Irving. Back to Davis. Goes up again. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
He lobs it up. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Irving. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Made that one as the 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Will it go? And Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis. He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And let's get an update on Jaden Hardy's injury. David, what's the news there?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas. Told me it's a sprained ankle. Of course, those can be tricky. At such an early point of the season, it's a tough time to lose him. It's disappointing for everyone. Guys?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside Irving. Pass to Christie. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Giannis. Bucks trail by 13. Porter with it. 5 points in the game. Now Lopez. Lively defending.
Lively's on you like this with all his size and length. It's hard to get a shot off on it.
And Porter comes to help. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Drops in the tray. Washington's got 5 points now this quarter. Right side, Porter. Lopez outside. Pass to Porter. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You can tell Porter Jr. is a pretty crafty guy. I mean, he knows how to manipulate the defense.
Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Now here is Davis. 13 points in the game. Here's Christie. Lopez grabs the board.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Stolen by Washington. Davis downhill. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Klay Thompson
drills the three-pointer.
Well, that's exactly the guy you want to set up. I mean, Klay Thompson feels like every shot he takes is going in.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Dinwiddie outside. Lively with the screen. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing has to be close to perfect.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. The lead is 15. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard misses. Dallas leading by 15. Now Dinwiddie. Still yet to score. Beyond the arc. And it's sent back by Lopez. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 9.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustments.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Pass to Thompson. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Trent. Stolen by Washington. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
Personal foul.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 11.
Making it work at close range. Lillard putting his touch to good use in tight.
And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Takes it inside. Thompson for the triple. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Crafty move. Giannis dunks it down.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Pass to Washington. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 20. Lillard outside. Off target with his 3.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
His improving ability to pass has made Dinwiddie scary with the ball in his hand.
Nobody near Lillard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 14 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Dinwiddie out to the wing. And here's Marshall from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Marshall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Exactly what you've come to expect from Dinwiddie, a true combo guard who'll spread it around for you.
And Antetokounmpo screws it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Antetokounmpo inside. Over Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
That one on Davis.
Second team foul.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Pass to Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. 22 points for him. Lopez, no luck. Outside Irving. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here's Lillard. 14 points for him. Pass to Lopez. Money from the wing. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Now Gafford. Shoots it up. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Kuzma. And it's Trent in the corner. Screen by Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Kuzma, that's good.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
Outside Irving. Ripped away. It's Kuzma penetrating. Uses the glass to finish the lane. He has 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys. Bucks making a change here. Milwaukee on D. 17-point game. Here's Irving. Inside. Washington. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And, Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
6 to shoot. Here's Davis, and it's Dallas with another.
When AD gets going like this, it's almost impossible to slow him down. He's got so many different ways to beat you.
Here's Lillard, poked away. It's stolen by Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Lillard misses. Dallas leading by 18. Irving with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And Gafford throws it down.
You got to appreciate Kyrie Irving's court awareness. Outstanding. Finding open teammates.
Out to Kuzma. And Lopez has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Baseline jumper. Kuzma can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Bucks trail by 20. Here's Lillard. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Jackson. Kevin Porter Jr.
Pass to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Porter looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Kuzma outside. Shoots over Washington. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 6 here in this quarter.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Here's Porter. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to tack on another.
Third team foul.
A flat-out bucket getter. Porter Jr. is a scorer who will hurt you all over the floor.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. Free throw good, Porter. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
And it's Irving missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. .50 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the call on Kevin Porter.
Second personal.
That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Pass to Washington. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot, high post. Davis with it. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now, Gafford.
Hey, yo, right here.
Now, here's Washington. He's got 11. And it's off from three-point range.
Subject foul called on Jackson. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Thompson for three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Dallas leading by 17. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Bucks trailed by 17. Lillard outside. Pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Here is Lillard. Portis the screen. Lets the three fly. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Porter inside. Left side Jackson. Dinwiddie with the steal. Thompson right side. In the corner, it's Martin. From the arc. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Martin's got 5 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Well, for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities. They're the visibility. They're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserved more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
Clock at 4. Marshall. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Kuzma sets a screen to the inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
All Kuzma needs is a little separation, and he's good to go. Very agile in operating in the pick and roll.
Milwaukee foul. Jackson. Second personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Bucks, number 5.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Jr.
Outside, Martin. That shot off. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Back to Portis. The Bucks working the ball around. And it's Lillard missing.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Here's Marshall. It's tipped. Three-pointer. Martin. hits the three-point bomb. Martin's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
It's blocked. It's out of bounds. Nice touch by Lively. And the Bucks making a change here. Outside Porter. And again, the Bucks miss. Mavericks leading by 21. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Dinwiddie with it. Picked up by Portis. Martin wide open. He fires. Pass to Thompson. Back to Martin.
Right there.
Dinwiddie for three. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Marshall's got 12 points in just the second half.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Now the Mavericks with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie with it. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Love the dunk from Lively, not just settling for the layup.
On the wing, Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak, but I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Lively. Here's Irving. Over Jackson. No good from Irving. Outside Porter. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Pass to Lively. Here's Davis. Guarded by Kuzma. Fades. And that one, good. Davis has got 19 points.
His ability to dominate games is what makes Anthony Davis a top-tier player.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Now, Antetokounmpo. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Outside Jackson. Back to Porter. Pass to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Really good in the playmaker role. Porter Jr. with the right read in the two-man game there.
Here's Christie. Lively with the screen. Baseline J on the way.
Christie.
The shot's good from Christie.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Now here's Giannis. Outside Porter. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Bucks making a change here. And Milwaukee has possession. Clock at 6. Porter, no luck.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Like we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
Here's Christie. On the wing, Irving. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Kuzma outside. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Porter with the steal. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Showing you that awesome potential on that sequence. Porter Jr. doing everything himself on both ends of the floor.
Over in the corner, Washington. Here's Davis. And that one goes long. Now here's Porter. The kick out to Lopez. Pass to Kuzma. Lopez a screen. Just 4 to shoot. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And that's an intentional foul. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. And here's Irving. And finished off by Lively.
The assist.
If you're looking for a rim runner, Derek Lively is your guy.
Lillard way outside. Christie with the rebound.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Lillard. Looking to get back on track here. Here's Lopez. Tries yet again. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a two-game season series, you always want to take charge of game one. And exactly what they're doing here tonight against Milwaukee.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Anthony Davis.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Anthony Davis. Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Free throw no good for Giannis.
Yeah, you know, the Greek Freak is extremely versatile. He's a 5-position player and does all of it at an elite level.
Irving double team. Outside for Davis. Dallas again missing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Giannis. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Pass to Christie. And that time, also a missed shot.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But what